Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us learn about data stream processing. What? Data stream processing. Now, our data is stored in data stream, Kinesis data stream. So, let's see how to process our data stored in this Kinesis data stream. To do this, we have a service. To do this, we have a service. So, what is a service? To process the data we can process it manually by using queries, or we can even process this data directly from applications. That is, consumer applications can also process this data, right? Yeah. So if we want to process manually, then we have a service. What is that? Amazon Kinesis data analytics. What is that? Amazon Kinesis data analytics. By using this service, we can able to process our data. So whatever the data we have in the data streams, we can able to process the data by using which service? Amazon Kinesis data, Amazon Kinesis data analysis. Okay. So by using which language we can able to process the data? We can process the data by using SQL or Scala or Python, that is a PyFlink. On which platform? On which platform we can able to process the data is on Studio Notebooks notebook. One of the notebook of Studio Notebooks, we can able to process the data. So by using this Amazon Kinesis data analytics, we can able to process our data in notebooks of Studio Notebooks by using SQL, Scala, Python queries, which Studio Notebook runs on, where this Studio Notebook runs on Apache Flink and Apache Zeppelin runtime. So on which this Studio Notebook will run? It will run on Apache Flink and Apache Zeppelin runtimes. Okay, so what is the use cases? The use cases for this is ETL and generation of continuous metrics and doing responsive real-time analysis. So if we use this service, so when do we use this service is basically the use cases are ETL, extracting, transforming, and loading. So in those scenarios, we can use this data analytics and Kinesis data analytics, and we can even use this Kinesis data analytics for generation of continuous metrics and doing responsive real-time analysis. So in these cases, mostly in real time, we use this Amazon Kinesis data analysis. Even the process of querying is done by using directly the notebooks which are present under the Studio Notebooks, or you can able to do this processing by using the Studio Notebooks. You can able to manually query the data. If you want to query, if you want to process by using customer applications, Kinesis customer library is available to you. What? Kinesis customer library. What? Kinesis customer library available to you in order to process the data which is present in this Amazon Kinesis data streams. Okay. Let's say I am expecting to process my data manually by creating this Studio Notebook inside this Amazon Kinesis data analytics. So how is it possible? So for this, let's see how to create a Studio Notebook, how to create, or what are the configurations do I need to configure for creating my Studio Notebook from AWS. So you can create this Studio Notebook directly from AWS Management Console. So for this, I'm opening AWS. you can see I'm opened AWS. So here you can see managed Apache Flink. You can see managed Apache Flink. If you click on it, then it will open you, it will show you an option to create your notebooks. So you can see studio notebooks. So if you click, you can see getting started. Under this you have studio notebooks. You just click on it and click on create studio notebooks. Then it will enter into dashboard page where you can able to configure your details. So this is one way, and the another way is you can click on studio notebooks. There you can see create studio notebook. If it is the first time already you have some notebooks, then there is some notebooks here. Then you need to click on create studio notebook. Then you again redirect to the same dashboard page for creating. Or else you don't know the service name is this managed Apache Flink, but you know the service name as like this, what, Amazon Kinesis data analytics. So in that scenario, what you need to do is you need to search for that service, what, Kinesis. So what are the name, you know, that you can search for it. So Kinesis Analytics, you got it right? Yeah. So just click on it so that it will open you the dashboard of that managed Apache Flink directly. So I think it will be updated with the name of managed Apache Flink because it, in this dashboard they are managing Apache Flink applications and studio notebooks. So that's why I think they renamed it like this. So you can even search it like this by using Kinesis analysis, Kinesis analytics. If you search for that, also it will reach to here only. Now I'm just expecting to create a studio notebook. So that's why I clicked here. And now I'm expecting to view what are the options that I need to configure while creating. So that's why I clicked on create studio. You can you can see you have three methods to choose, or you have three methods to set up your studio notebook. First one is quick create with sample code, and second one is create with custom settings, and third one is use blueprints. So I'll tell you about these three things. So what is this blueprints indicates is by using these blueprints you got all underlying infrastructure for this. So that was created by using AWS Cloud Formation. So that's what this blueprint is. If you want to manually configure each and every setting, that is, if you want to configure your studio notebook name, this always you need to configure the name of the studio notebook, notebook one, and then I'm just clicking on next. Then it was asking me IAM role. You want to create and update the existing IAM role or choose from managed IAM roles. For this you can have options. So currently I'm expected to create or update IAM role for this Kinesis analytics with required permissions, required policies. That means if I select this option, automatically whatever the required policies, those all will be attached and created. Those all will be created and attached to this notebook in order to perform any queries or in order to process my request. So whatever the required permissions, those all will be set up and created for me directly. Otherwise, if you want to create manually, then choose this and create a role for you and attach that by selecting here. So currently I'm not expecting to create a role, so that I just selected this. And the database. So where you want to store your data, that is whatever the results that you are getting. So where you want to store, you have glue database. So there you can able to store as well. So for that you can have to select the place, the location. So I already have this folder inside my glue. If you click on this, then it will open to you. Even you can able to view that I'm having that folder inside my glue. You can see under AWS glue you have databases. Under that I'm having NYC taxi DB. So like that I'm having under AWS glue databases, I'm having this. So these are the databases I'm having. Under this I'm having this folder. So here my results will be saved. So if I select this, so I'm just selecting this for utilizing that. And even you can include source for the IAM policies. If you want to select any source, to use multiple sources, add them at the same time here. So any source you choose after creation will be overriding the previous selected resources in with IAM policy. If you want to select the source for your notebook that you are creating now, you can select the source directly from here. So you can choose your source directly from here by browsing. What are the sources you have? Currently, I'm not having any source, so that I'm not choosing anything. You can even choose after creation so that whatever the current source it has, that will be overridden. In the same way, you can even choose the destination of your notebook. So then just click on next so that you'll reach to the configuration session. So previously you configured the name and description and you configured IAM permissions, and now we are on under the configuration sessions. So we have parallelism. So in your notebook, how many tasks you want to run parallelly? So that you need to specify here. And for parallelism, so how many CPUs you need to allocate for each and every parallelism, so that you need to provide here. And this KPU indicates Kinesis processing units. Remember, you will be charged for this Kinesis processing units only. So while providing this, you need to consider the cost as well. So here we are providing by default 4 Kinesis processing units. And if you want logs in logs that you want to store in CloudWatch, then you just enable it so that whatever the actions that are performed here, those all will be logged and monitored under CloudWatch logs. And you have networking. You can even choose your studio notebook present in which VPC and in which VPC you want to place. That also you can even able to select that. It also providing you a facility to select under which subnet you want to place your notebook. Whatever the details that you configured here, from there you can able to access the notebook. So if you don't have any preference, then select no VPC. If you have any particular preference under this particular VPC from particular subnet, from particular security group only, if you want to access that notebook, then you can able to provide. If you don't have such preferences, if you do not want to provide any VPC, then you can select this no VPC. And you have deploy as application configuration. It's a optional setting. If you provide any bucket URI here, then what happens is in the chosen destination bucket, your application code executables will be stored there. Currently, I'm not expecting, I'm just moving it up. You can see support connectors, and so there are multiple options. So at last, we have tags. If we want, we can able to provide, or else we just click on next. So everything is done. So till now what we have provided that you want to review here in the session, and then click on create so that your notebook is created. So let's see what we have provided. Name and description we provided custom manually, and we choose the method as create with custom settings, and we provided our general information regarding our notebook. This is my notebook name and these are my runtimes, and we even provided the IAM role in order to access particular resource like Kinesis stream data stream. And we have also provided the configurations, that is parallelism, that means at a time how many tasks we can able to run, and parallelism per CPU, KPU. This KPU, for this KPU only we will be charged. What is the KPU? Kinesis processing unit. And we have also on the logging so that the logs will be monitored under CloudWatch logs. We can able to do that. If we want, we can able to choose the networking as well, in from which place we want to access this, and these are all optional. So at last we have an option called create studio. So currently I'm expecting to discuss one more creation method. We have discussed two methods, that is using blueprint. We have seen here we need to just provide the blueprint, and then we just deploy blueprint so that everything will be deployed. And we discussed about create with custom settings, create studio notebook with custom settings, that also we have discussed. At last we have quick create with sample code. So already we have some sample code available, that means sample settings, those are available. We just need to create them by providing the essential information, that's it. We just need to provide our studio name. So if you want a notebook studio name as notebook 1, then you need to provide the name like this. And the custom runtimes, they are already selected, Apache Zeppelin and Apache Flink. And here the service role is already selected by default. So the service role automatically creates the role that requires the permissions, and that even attached to this service. You can see you need to select the destination. So that's it. You can see the studio notebook settings also by default they are provided. So parallelism is 4 by default, and parallelism per KPU is also 1 that we provided, that's defaultly available provided value. So that's it. Just click on create studio notebook so that your studio notebook will be created. Currently I'm not creating it, I'm just expecting to show you what are the options and a basic overview on how to create a studio notebook. So in this way you can able to create a studio. After creating the notebook, you have a option of notebook, then you can open it directly from Flint Zeppelin. So if you click on it, then it will be opened like this. So your notebook will look like this. If you create your notebooks, then under the studio, you can see under Amazon Kinesis, under analysis applications, you have streaming applications. Under this you have many applications. If you click on one of the studio that you want to open, then it will open you Zeppelin link page. So after opening your studio notebook, you can see the interface like this. So on the bottom you can see the option. So you can see on the right top you can see an option that is open Apache Zeppelin. So if you click on it, so that your interface will be open like this, the interface will be opened. So you can see under this you can able to import some notebook that you have already created, or else you can able to create a new notebook as well. You can see I have created some sample notebooks, and a trash is also available where we can able to delete a particular notebook, and we can able to delete it from trash as well. So what is the purpose of these notebooks is you can able to query your So whatever the data stream that you have in Kinesis. So I'm just opening one of the notebook. You can see this is how the notebook will look like. You can even write your queries here. So what are the queries that I have told you that we can able to run here? We can able to run SQL queries, Scala queries, and Python, that is PyFlink queries. So we can able to write them here and we can able to run them one by one manually. You can see the option, just select under the particular notebook, you select it and then you click on run, or else you have an option on right side. You can see the option that is finish. So if you click on this run button, so that your query will be run successfully and it will be executed under your on your, so whatever the data stream that you selected, on the data stream this query will be executed and you got the results. After this processing, you can able to analyze your results under glue catalog as well. Glue catalog, under glue catalog, you have tables that whatever you created in this, and if they are temporary tables, they won't be created, since currently you can see we are creating temporary tables, so they are not created under glue catalog tables, so we cannot see them. So if you want a permanent tables, and you can create normal tables so that they can able to available under glue catalog, you can able to analyze the results as well there. So in this way we can able to query our data of data streams. We can able to query our data of data streams by using Amazon Kinesis data analytics, by using which queries? Scala or SQL queries or Python queries. We can able to analyze our data which is present under the data stream by creating a simple studio notebook, and then inside that we create a sample notebook. Inside that we write our queries and run our queries to analyze the data which is present under our data stream, that is Kinesis data streams. So I hope you understood this video. You understood how to create a studio notebook directly from Amazon Kinesis data analytics, and you also understood how to create a notebook under Flink, and you also understood how to write a query and how to run a query, where you got the results, that is under glue tables you got the results, you can able to analyze that. So this is what more detail about Amazon Kinesis data analytics. I hope this video is informative. If you feel this video is informative, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye guys.